it was a money play, and it was, hundreds of billions of dollars or nothing. And that's why it happened effectively, right? And so that all comes really from the top at the end of the day, and the money makes it happen. And does everyone now know and admit that is what happened? Or are there a lot of people out there still in denial, still unaware of why the witch hunt was for ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine?
I was sitting right behind a woman in a seat in front of me on an airplane 3 days ago, and out of just randomly, she was ranting to the person next to her how she had gotten her 5th vaccine, couldn't imagine why anybody would deny the COVID vaccine, hates anti-vaxxers, can't believe how awful they are in this society. And did you hear that the lead anti-vaxxer, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is running for president? The guy sitting next to her, I'm not even sure he was with her. She was so rabid about it. I think he was just trying to placate her. And I was just thinking, man, I missed the wrong seat by about 14 inches. I would have loved for this woman to be stuck next to me for an entire flight. I would have blown her mind as I heard her espousing how these anti-vaxxers have no evidence of science. They're anti-science, and, they just need to look at the truth. And I would have loved to said, really, why don't you point out a single study that backs up your point? Because I'm about to open up my laptop. I am a specialist on this, and I will start showing you every study to prove that you're wrong. She would have been stuck. And that's what Rogan pointed out, right? What he said is, I thought science, I just assumed because I was listening to these experts saying the science existed, that the science exists. And that's what's happened. These people have been brainwashed to believe that statements by experts means there's real science behind it. They've never seen it. They couldn't point to it. And we have just come through an amazing time in history, especially in a modern age where the mantra was smart people listen to experts, stupid people do their own research. That is how they've gotten away with this for decades, and that mantra, luckily, is starting to fall apart.
Yeah, but slowly. I
don't think we've gotten through to everybody. The woman in front of me, she has some work to do.
No, definitely. And even to, hear Rogan, again, someone like that who is in new media and well aware and exposed to lots of points of view, he came in with this kind of assumptions of what was the case. And, we're making a documentary film now about what happened with our conversations with David Icke and us getting banned by YouTube and us fighting back and creating our digital freedom platform, all the madness that basically happened from April and May in 2020. And it's interesting because I watched back in my first conversation with David Icke in March, I'm like defending the smallpox vaccine. I'm like, and again, I go back to my I'm an MIT engineer hat, and I say, well, didn't the smallpox vaccine work? I mean, that killed millions of people. And so I start regurgitating facts that I heard someone else say. And I think I actually brought that up with RFK in the episode, and he quickly broke down why maybe that wasn't true. And so again, it really shows how we all have cognitive biases, right, Del? And we all have media biases, and then you throw a political party in there and maybe a candidate you hate, and then everything goes out the goddamn window, right? And so people, we think we're smart, we think we're the logical ones, we think we don't make emotional decisions, and yet we all do, right? We all do. And it's like life is just constantly trying to check your ego and make sure, you're not taking things too far, right? I just think, and I guess maybe this has been one great example for everyone that we need to really investigate things and not assume and not allow the powers to be. It's been kind of fascinating in that sense. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.